Singaporeans seeing Minister mentor Lee Kuan Yew from a different perspective.
See him on the news all the time. So this to me is actually slightly more interesting. It's quite a different perspective for me.
Actually, I find that the artists have shown another side of LKY that we never really see. And I especially like the paintings with him and his children.
Okay.
Yeah, although it looks a little... it looks a little staged from this perspective, but I guess it shows a very warm side of our minister mentor. Yeah.
I'm actually quite impressed by the paintings. Walking here, on the way here, I can tell that it's one very interesting exhibition and very prominent one from far I know who already.
Foreigners discovering the more private side of Lee.
They're really lovely. They show Lee Kuan Yew as a human as well as a statesman.
Maybe I'm from Russia.
Oh, I see.
Maybe I like emotions.
When Hui Har gave us the invitation a couple of weeks ago, we spent a good half hour imagining what the young Lee was thinking.
Razor TV went to the first solo exhibition of Singaporean artist Ong Hui Har, who unveiled the more private side of Lee in her paintings and intimately named it Harry Lee Kuan Yew.
There's a reason why the exhibition is titled Harry, Lee Kuan Yew. Because from what I have read, I think his family and probably close friends call him by the name of Harry. But what we know, Singaporeans from the media, of the press, be him as Lee Kuan Yew. So that's why I hope that it's a very meaningful titled exhibition, closing the gap between the men, family men, and the politician men that we see.
Admiration for Lee inspired her to put him on canvas.
You can say that I do admire his work and his life. Yeah, he's actually a person. He has actually fought for independence for this country. Yeah, he had a wisdom and a courage to achieve a better life for all of us. He and his team led a transformation that few societies have done. From the third world to first world country in a matter of a few decades, 4 decades or five decades. I think that's really admirable. And secondly, he's a very well-known person already. So he's a very easily recognizable and most prominent person that I could think of. And thirdly, I think that every artist should have an idea or concept when they want to make artworks. They should have something to say that they want to communicate to viewers, to raise an awareness, to create a conversation or critical thinking that will add or contribute to the society. I think that's important. Actually, I'm sure I'm not the first artist, and nor I will be the last artist to make works about him, of him. Yeah.
Hui Har spent 1.5 years putting together all the paintings that she did on Lee into this exhibition. And the inspiration originated from a picture she saw of Lee as a child. Like many at the exhibition, she too was intrigued by the pondering face of the young Lee in the photo.
How the idea was seeded was I saw a photograph of him as a young boy, and this photograph actually has him with his little hands folded. This is interpretation of the visual I saw, because I think the original one has him, I think, seated on a chair, but I've deliberately cropped it and taken up part of the body. I like the way the gaze of the eyes, especially. There's something very arresting. And with this boy wearing a little coat, like someone of importance. And with his arms folded, it actually makes you ask, what is this little boy thinking now?
Up next, find out more about Lee as a family man from Hui Har's paintings.